Trigonometry. First we can learn how to label a right angle triangle. So here we have a right angle triangle. This is right angle, 90 degree. Now the side opposite to this, which is the longest, is called the hypotenuse. Then if we have the angle here, the smaller side, which is next to the angle, called the adjacent. Now the side opposite to this angle, called the opposite. Then we look at this word SOHCAHTOA. Now this means sine of the angle is equal to opposite divided by the hypotenuse. And here's the cosine ratio. Cosine is equal to adjacent divided by the hypotenuse. Then TOA means tangent, small, and short for tangent is tan. So tan of the angle is opposite divided by adjacent. So here we got example. So here with the angle, this 5 is the longest side, so that's the hypotenuse. 3 is next to the angle, so that's the adjacent. 4 is opposite to the angle, so that's the opposite. Now sine theta is going to be equal to opposite divided by the adjacent. Opposite divided by the hypotenuse. So that's 4 divided by 5 cosine theta is going to be adjacent, which is 3 divided by 5 tan theta, opposite, which is 4 divided by adjacent, which is 3. Now we label these triangles. So BC is the longest side, so that's the hypotenuse. AC is the smaller side and next to the angle, so that's the adjacent. AB is opposite to the angle, so that's the opposite. DF is opposite to the 90-degree angle, so that's the hypotenuse. DE is the smaller side and next to the angle, so that's the adjacent. EF is opposite to the angle, so that's the opposite. Here, so GI is the longest side, so that's the hypotenuse. GH is the smaller side and next to the angle, so the adjacent, and HI is the opposite. Now here, for each triangle we have to write these sine, cosine and tan ratios. For number 1, so sine theta is opposite divided by hypotenuse, as 3/5. Cosine theta is the adjacent divided by hypotenuse, as 4/5. Tan opposite divided by adjacent, says 3/4. Hypotenuse, adjacent, opposite, so sine 5 divided by 13. Then cosine 12 divided by 13. Tan 4 divided by 12. Then 3 sine theta opposite divided by hypotenuse, So 15 over 17 cosine theta adjacent divided by hypotenuse, so it's 8 over 17, tan opposite 15 divided by adjacent, which is 8. Now number 4, then it's number 5, then number 6, so if you write a little table, so right here 4, 5 and 6. So if you write sine, cosine, we just write the answer in a table. So sine going to be, so this is the opposite, this is the hypotenuse. So it's 2 divided by 2.5, but we don't leave the answer with the decimal, so it's multiply top and bottom by 2, so it's 4/5. Cosine adjacent divided by hypotenuse is 1.5 over 2.5, multiply top and bottom by 2, so we get 3/5. Tan 2 divided by 1.5, multiply top and bottom by 2, so that's 4 over 3. 5 sine theta opposite hypotenuse, so it's 48 over 50, which is 24 over 25. Cosine adjacent divided by hypotenuse, 14 divided by 50, cancel down to 7 over 25. Then finally tan 48 divided by 14, so 14 to start with, then you cancel it down to 7. Then number 6, so this is the opposite, hypotenuse adjacent. For sine is going to be 3.5 over 12.5, multiply top and bottom by 2, 7 over 25. Adjacent is 12, hypotenuse is 12.5, multiply top and bottom by 2, 24 over 25. Finally, tan 3.5 over 12, multiply top and bottom by 2, so 7 over 24. So this is just the answer for 4, 5, 6 written in the table.